So recently I made an edit about midnight and I said
500 likes on this short, and I'll make a tutorial on how to make this intro.
and let's just say you guys may have hit that. So enough talking, let's head over to the tutorial, guys, okay? So first you want to get this background that I'm gonna link in the description. This is what it's gonna look like. You're gonna put tiles on it, standard settings, and then mirror and offset vertically. Then you want to go to motion blur, put that on there too. Then you're also going to want to go in and go to into the description, and I'll also link the new best juker. And you also want to get your sound in there also. And you're just going to make it a little bit smaller like so. Next you're going to click on a little plus button and then vector drawing. I'm just going to move it down a little. Then you want to click the little magnifying glass so you can zoom in without messing anything up. Then you want to go around the gorilla and click that plus button and make a little mask around the gorilla. Okay, once you finish your mask, you want to don't click the I button, just hold this aside and it will appear green like that. You select the other one, then you want to click the little grouping in the middle. You should get this right here. Before you do that, you also want to go to this and duplicate that layer, and then you can put the mask in. So if I hide it, I hide the background so you can see that just disappears right there. You want to put some beads. Next you want to do is add another one of those vector drawings. You're going to start doing the upper part. You want to get the words the and new in here. And then you want to make a little box over it, just like that. Then you want to duplicate this layer again, make another mask. I'm going to label this gorilla. Then I'm going to cut it the new, put it above. See how it's like you want to extend the gorilla all the way to there. Next you want to go to the next beat and then do another drawing vector and do it over this again. And this time you're gonna do it over best juker. Once you get that, you're gonna duplicate this again and then do another group mask. But you also want to cut this so it's not so long. Group mask it, and so I'm gonna name it best juker and put it at the very top. So now if I get rid of that bottom, you have it. Now you want to do another one, and you're going to do by your name this time, and then group mask it. And then after that, you're just going to extend this over. Now I'm going to zoom back out. So now you want to add in a null, and this null is going to be very important because this is what's going to be making all of the movement happening. I'm just going to make it pretty long. Because you're going to click on all of these and click the little, it would look like the little square right next to the trash. It'll say try right next to it. You can click try first, and then you're going to click null 1 that you want to it, and then you're going to do that with the rest of them. You're going to click null 1. Also, you got to get the background in there with the null. You're going to add a zoom. You're going to zoom in right here. You're going to line up with that beat. Then next what you're going to do is you're going to want to add in your characters. You're going to have the horizon one, and then you're going to add the chroma key effect, standard. Okay, so you want to right there. You want to make this curve right here, and then play around with it. For this one, you want to have it right here. You want to have like that. See how it's like that. You also want to add in one right there for that, and then you want to zoom out a little right here, and then go up a little more, like around right here. Zoom out just a little bit more like that. Then you also want to make this curve again. You can, once you made it on this, you can click the copy, and then you can paste it into your zoom out. You're gonna have the gorilla, the new best juker by, and then you can use AI to change the name or change what it says. And then you're gonna have your little paper animation right here. You wanna pair it to the null right here when you're at this position. It's gonna be right there. Now that you have your little guy right there of horizon, you're gonna add in also a motion blur with all the other stuff. And then now we're gonna go to Tron. You're gonna go down a little like that. See how if you use that same graph, it'll make everything look nice and smooth. And you're just gonna extend this out over pretty much along. So Before you add Tron, you're gonna add in, I'm also gonna link in this little PNG of the arrow. You're gonna use chroma key, standard settings, then make it into black, like that. And then you're gonna add in shadow. You don't want to add an effect, you want to do border and shadow. I'm sorry. We're gonna add it like that. Go to 24, play around with it, make it the alpha lower, make the size a little bigger. Up to 50 and alpha down to 50. Now you're gonna make the arrow go right under horizon and definitely make it smaller. It's gonna look like this. Pair it to the null one, make it go around like right here, because Tron's gonna be right under this arrow. You can add 2 keyframes for the movement, because this is gonna appear right here under him. Move the keyframe over, paste in the same curve. Drag it out a little more. There you go, you have your first arrow. So now you're just gonna make this really long to the end of the project. Now we're gonna add in Tron. Yay! Add Tron right here. Make him decent size. Add him to the null one. See, you're gonna go like this. Cut it. Line it up with this right here. Cut it, and just leave it like that. One more cut. Leave this right here. Now you're gonna make him super small. Next one you're gonna click copy layer. You're gonna click the little arrow right here, right next to paste style. Don't click it, just click the little arrow right here. Get rid of everything except for that right there and click paste. So it's small, and then you're gonna make it a little bigger. You're gonna do the same thing. Now, since you already do it, it'll be like that, so you can just click paste style, make it a little bigger than the last one. Adjust to what you're liking. I also forgot to set the horizon thing right there. Once it's already finished, you want to cut it off right there and add in. I'm also gonna have this in the thing. It's just gonna be horizon, but without his background right there. Now just extend this as far as you can, these two as far as you can. Next is moving the next thing. You'll see that sometimes I will make adjustments like this. You can go over here down towards bottom middle. You're gonna paste in that curve again. You're gonna add in one, delete that for a second, and then do that same process again. This little keyframe right here keeps it from moving early from this one. Next, we're gonna add Ely here. So now we're gonna go over here, copy the effects, and then paste them in here. Now let's make this go under everything. Make Ely connected to the nulls. Make it so, holy voice crack. Make it so when this hits right there, it'll start unfolding. And then right here, just cut it off at that beat. And then add in the Ely without the background. Make him around 70 for the opacity, and then bring it a little over so you can see exactly where you need to align him. So align the face, and then just make it bigger so everything else starts to align. Then just cut it off right there. So that should be pretty good right there, since it's gonna be moving right there. Add in your motion blur, and also make sure that this other Ely is connected to the null. And now we're just gonna copy and paste this. We're gonna duplicate the arrow right here, and then move it down a little, because we don't need it until it starts moving right around here. Make sure to have it right under him, and then move it down here. And all you have to do is just rotate it around, and then just play around with it until it looks like it's good. It kind of comes in a little too early, so I'm gonna move it back a little more. Could be over a little more. Let's see where it ends. Right there, I think is good. Just move it down. And then now, since we have the Ely, we're gonna have to get this all the way over here now. And if this ever happens where you don't have the option to paste, just go back one and copy it. Click close, and then just paste it in. It might lag a little, so just play around with it. See, that moves a little too quickly right there, so I'm gonna adjust this one. Okay, now move it just a little behind the first beat. Now we're gonna add in Saba. Move him down. You can organize this however you want. So line it up with this beat, and then cut it to each beat. Do make sure that you do pair it. You guys could have probably paired it before cutting it, but pair each one of them to the null. Now we're gonna make it small. Copy the layer, go to the arrow, make sure it's just gonna paste in the transform, then make it a little bigger, do the same thing, and then the last one you could just go like that. Now make this one long. First we gotta make the arrow, we gotta make the arrow. So we're gonna duplicate this one, move it over a little, move it over here, put it right under Ely, like right there around the middle. Now you can rotate it a little more. Now we can adjust. Move it up a little right there. Now that we have that arrow, we're gonna go to the last but not least, Dracula. Now we're gonna move it up here to this corner, somewhere around there. Paste in that curve, and now add in Dracula. Now that we have Dracula, just make sure he's connected to the null. Paste in those effects, shrink him down, move him to where you want him to be. So now we have him there too. Now we're just gonna do the last, put it all together, put it towards like the middle, paste it in. Now go over to this keyframe, add in these two right here for the scaling, and then scale it out a little. Now go and paste in this for the size thing too. So go over to this keyframe, find exactly where the paper stops, add in the Dracula PNG without the background, and now I'm gonna readjust him, and also make sure you connect him to the null. Now just turn on the motion blur again, paste in. You also need to add in the last arrow, duplicate it, move it over. Now like that, go over to this keyframe, move it over until you can see this little circle middle. That, and then move it down around to where you think the middle would be for him. Now you can just move it over. Okay, next is right here. We're gonna this beat, and right here. All the arrows at this part are gonna be turning towards the middle and also moving. So that's what you're gonna be doing. You're gonna be moving every single one of these towards the middle. Just move it over. Okay, this one goes to Ely. Okay, no, this one goes over to Sava. It goes over like this. Paste in the curve we've been using. Never mind, that's too fast. So use an ease. So just add in keyframes for the rotation and for the transformation. Just rotate all of them like that. And add in the ease graph. This one goes to Ely. And last but not least, we have to add one for our good old fella Dracula. Make this circle go over here in the middle of him. Make it go over here and rotate it a little more. There you go. So line it up like this. Instead of moving out, this one actually will not be moving out. So you can delete that keyframe, that, and there you go. All 5 of them are here. Second, this beat right here where this is gonna start zooming around right here. We're gonna make it cut that off right there and put in the animation of the grill tag. Seems I do not have it. Move it all the way down to here. Pair it. Okay, make sure you have and move it to fit. So now it should be crumpling up right here. It crumples up. You want to add in your midnight uncrumple. Paste in these effects that we've been copying and pasting. If it does do that with the chroma key, just make it lighter like that. That should be good right there. Second it's done with its animation, cut it off. And do put in the PNG of Midnight without his background. Okay, you want to have that layer in here and move it to fit. What we're doing next is adding in the zooming in and stuff. So we're gonna go in right here. Also, I forgot that you need to make this connected to the nulls. Go in here now that we have those connected to nulls. Now you can zoom in. Want to do this graph like that. You want to do a graph like that. Then you want to go to the next beat right here. Zoom in a little more. Add in 2 keyframes like that. Do that same exact thing. You can do it make it look like that, or you can go like that. But I just go like this and then click invert because that's what I did. One last quick zoom in. It just goes in all the way, kind of do the same graph like that, make it look like that. Now that we have all of this, you also want to add in a little rotation right here. You just add in 2 keyframes right here, make it go around 4 degrees, and then add in this keyframe and this graph. Once you have that, we're now going to make the black rectangle that comes in. So you want to make it fit. But you can also just go into here and click fit composition area. and then go to fill, make it black. Now make it a little bigger. Now you want to make another rectangle. You want to drag it out a little, make it that, and then just like zoom in a little like there until it looks around like there. Then you want to group these by clicking click the third one. It'll make this right here. And then also add in a little bit of feather, not a bunch though. Around 0.040. You gotta line it up now with these keyframes. Connect it to the null. Now we're gonna go add in these keyframes. For the zoom, make it zoom out, zoom in like that, so it makes it get zoomed out like that until you can't see it. Add in this, use that graph, zoom in a little because you don't want it fully in all the way. Now you want to zoom it out a little. Try to line it up with these keyframes right here. Line up this next one right here. And then now we're going to add in these last two rotation keyframes. We're going to make it go around 4 degrees, then move it all the way to the end. Just do an ease graph with it. There you go, you have that right there. Now we're going to move on to adding your name. So you're going to go into the little plus right here and then click text. You're going to enter your name, like whatever your name is. You're going to go into the all fonts. You're gonna have your name here, then you're gonna go find the Anton regular, make it white, boost up its size to around 56. Go to blending and opacity, go to difference, and select this one, the difference one. Now we're gonna duplicate this, duplicate these. Now we're gonna cut it to where it's small little slims. Then you're just gonna move them over. Make just the slightest gaps between them so it blinks on and off like this. Now you want to copy these 3 layers, copy the layers, and then right here go over just a little bit and click paste 3 layers. All of them, difference also, you're going to make the group difference. So now, and that is how you make this intro.